basically introduce new ways to increase your reputation. So there's a few things that will now increase your reputation that didn't before. Things like
Hi guys! Welcome back sa ating video. At sa video na to, mas pag-uusapan nga natin yung naging recent update ni Pixels this week, which is yung new reputation system nga. Okay, so pag-uusapan natin dito guys, yung ano nga ba yung mga paraan kung paano magpataas ng reputation, and ano nga ba yung mga makaka-apekto at hindi makaka-apekto sa reputation natin, and also ano nga ba yung mga benefits kapag mataas yung ating reputation. Okay, so bago ang lahat guys, make sure to like, follow and subscribe sa ating Facebook and YouTube channel for more Pixels content and other Web3 gaming content. Okay, so pumunta na tayo guys sa Pixels AMA noong October 9, 2024.
Reputation scores also increased a ton. So what we started to do is we started to basically introduce new ways to increase your reputation. So there's a few things that will now increase your reputation that didn't before. Things like owning NFT land. And actually a multiplier for more NFT lands you own, you get more reputation. Things like VIP, if you own a Pixels pet, if you've completed quests, if you participated in events, connected socials, you played the game, or if you own integrated avatars too. We started looking at that. We also look at some.
So yun guys, so dito pa lang sa unang part ng ating video, nilagay na nila dito yung how to increase reputation. Okay, so una dyan guys, which is yung own NFT land, which is meron na yan dati. Purchase VIP, dati rin meron na yan. On a Pixels pet, so isa yan sa mga bago na dagdag kung para magpataas ng reputation guys. So kung meron kang Pixels pet, so malaking bagay to para magpataas ng reputation. So complete quests, participate in events, so meron na rin yan kasi may mga events na nagpapataas din ng reputation natin. And connect social, so matagal na yan. Play the game, and ito pang isa guys, isa sa mga bagong feature na pwede magpataas ng reputation natin, which is yung own integrated NFT avatar. So kung meron kang NFT avatars and naka-integrate siya sa Pixels game, yun nga, magtataas yan ng reputation mo and malaking bagay yan sa game. Okay, so tuloy na natin.
Other cool stuff when it comes to the reputation system. Now, here is maybe a good point that we need to talk about, right? We want to kind of like do, and the goal of reputation is basically we want to make it so that real players are able to get reputation a lot easier. So basically, if you've been doing stuff on chain, that's one of the easiest ways for us to see if you're a real player, right? So an easy way to identify a bot, and there's a couple of different things that we need to be looking at, and there's some nuance here, right? So there's kind of going to be some stages to the reputation rollout. Is, for example, if you've done anything on chain before, like if you hold like a pixel balance, if you hold, if you've deposited pixel inside of the game, some things like that, we have a better idea that you're probably a real player, right? Bots, what they'll do is they'll spin up thousands of wallets, and they have no on-chain activity. They're completely fresh, and it's pretty easy to spot that. So we're actually going to make it harder for basically a fresh wallet and the fresh account in the early stages to like get the reputation that they need. But
so yun guys, so sinasabi lang nila look dito na i-consider din nila yung mga on-chain activities ng players kung ma-identify nila ikaw as a real player or a bot. So yun nga guys, so makikita nyo, sinabi ni Lu kanina, kung ikaw ay nagde-deposit ng pixel or nag-hold ka ng pixel token sa iyong wallet, so mas more likely ano ka, so real player ka daw. Pero kung ikaw ay isang fresh wallet and wala talagang on-chain activities and marami kang multiple wallets na nakakonect, so more likely nga na isa kang bot or talagang hindi ka real player. So yun, mas pinapabora nila dito guys yung real player, and mas mataas yung chance na mataas yung reputation na makukuha ng mga real players nga. Okay?
If you are a player who's been playing other games, this kind of stuff, this is the stuff that we're going to start to add on to reputation. So basically, we can start to increase the trust of users who haven't played our game before if they have some kind of on-chain history, right? There's a bunch of other stuff that we're doing here too. There's some of the reputation side of things that'll be visible to you guys. There's also some back-end stuff that we're doing too that we're not going to make completely visible to you. So some of the stuff we start.
So yun guys, sinasabi nga ni Luke dito na meron nga tayong mga visible factors na magpapataas ng reputation natin, which is ito nga mga nandito sa list na to. And meron din mga non-visible, which is ito nga mga back-end changes na yung Pixels team lang yung makakaalam. So sila lang makakaalam kung bakit tumataas or bumababa yung reputation mo. Okay, so tuloy natin.
Started to introduce is like the segmentation tech that we've been talking about in this new reputation system. And basically what we can do is we can start to figure out like who the different types of players are inside of the game. Like for example, if you're a grinder, if you're an event person, if you make a lot of UGC, we can start giving you reputation points based on that kind of stuff too. The whole end goal with this system is to basically make it again so that if you're a good player, you have access to all the features inside of Pixels.
So yun guys, so basically yung segmentation is ikina-classify lang nila yung iba't ibang type ng players. So for example, nag-grind ka or isa kang grinder or isa kang event person or mahilig mag-participate sa mga events or isa ka namang UGC person or mahilig kang gumawa or mag-trade ng mga UGCs. So sa mga ganong basis or example lang naman yun guys, and meron pa siguro mga iba pang classifications ng player, and doon sila magbe-base kung isa ka bang active or a good player na may maayos na behavior or isa kang bad player lang, and ayun nga, doon din sila magbe-base kung bibigyan kanila ng mas mataas na reputation or hindi. Okay, so tuloy natin.
That we want you to have, like for example, like trading in UGC is an amazing meta that's popped up inside of Pixels in the last 2 or 3 weeks. I love what's happening there. I think we're becoming like a really proper cozy game, and I think that's actually probably some of the best like play style and meta that I've seen in a little bit, right? People's specs are getting awesome. People's lands are getting awesome with all the decorations that they have. I love seeing that. And that is not the activity that we're trying to nerf. Like that is actually the kind of activity that we want to make way easier for players who are participating in the game.
So ayun guys, kung isa ka sa mga active na nagte-trade or gumagawa ng UGCs or nagpapaganda ng spec or ng land mo, so good job sa'yo dahil magandang araw to, and parang sign to as isa kang good player or may good behavior na player.
The transaction fees that we started introducing too, right? So one thing that we also are trying to do is we want to make it so that basically bot accounts are getting taxed on coins a bit more too. So when we think about coin inflation, chapter 2.5 is really focused on coin inflation. There are going to be things inside of chapter 2.5 that don't feel really good at first. And the reality is, if we want to fix the game economy and fix how the game is, there are features like this that we're going to have to start to introduce. And transaction fees are one of them. So if you noticed, when we released some of the updates and patches yesterday, transaction fees went live. Now the transaction fees are pretty cool because they're going to be variable. And basically, as you start to increase reputation, your transaction fees will go down.
So yun guys, so napansin nyo ba sa last video ko, and tumaas nga yung transaction fees ko na naging 2.8 na siya kung napanood nyo yung last video ko, and meron akong 3,243 reputation. Pero ngayon guys, chinek ko yung transaction fees ko sa marketplace and nagbago siya. So i-check natin sa game. So ipapakita ko muna sa inyo guys yung reputation natin para nga makita nyo talaga. And ayun nga, makikita nyo dito, meron tayong 3,243 pa rin, so hindi naman nagbago. So balik tayo sa game. And ayan, may nangyari ang pagbabago sa transaction fees ko. So punta tayo sa sell, and kunwari magbebenta tayo ng iron tight ore. So makikita nyo dito guys, sa fee 1% na lang ulit siya. From 2.8 nung nakarang araw, naging 1% siya. So siguro guys, nag-factor out na dito talaga yung ating pixels pet and ating NFT avatar, kasi yun lang naman yung possible na dahilan kung bakit tumaas yung reputation natin, pero hindi pa talaga siya nagre-reflect doon sa ating dashboard. Pero ngayon, nakita naman natin dito sa market fees natin na talagang bumaba siya, naging 1% na lang. So yun nga, kayo guys, ano na yung naging market fee nyo? Bumaba rin ba? Or naapektuhan ba kayo ng update? Or hindi? Or tumaas pa? So yun guys, i-comment nyo naman sa baba kung ilan na yung transaction fee nyo para alam din natin, and kung ilan yung reputation nyo. Okay, so balik na tayo sa video.
Our goal with reputation is basically to make it so that the really good dedicated players have much lower transaction fees. But a bot account who is like very new to the game, they don't have much on-chain history or any at all, they haven't done anything like positive in the Pixels ecosystem, they're going to get much higher transaction fees. So basically it's a way to basically tax bots and then really put a dent into the coin inflation that way. So the whole idea here that we want to do is we want to basically make it so that real players are less affected and bots are much more affected. And reputation is the way that we need to do this, right? So on our end, what we have to do is we have to do a little bit of fine tuning with the reputation system to make this work, right? It's going to take some time to actually nail it down perfectly, but if we basically push out reputation and the majority of our users are unable to access the features that we want, like trading, all of this kind of stuff, then we failed on reputation based.
So yun guys, so isa sa mga nilalabanan nga nila dito sa reputation na to is yung coin inflation. Kaya nga nila inintroduce yung unang factor o yung benefit ng pagkakaroon ng mataas na reputation, which is yung mas mababa yung transaction fees. So yun nga, sinasabi nila dito na in this way nga daw guys, mas malalabanan nila yung coin inflation and mas mapabalance nila in a way yung economy sa in-game ng pixels.
Basically, and that's the kind of stuff we're going to be tweaking and adjusting really quickly. Now, note on reputation also, there are kind of going to be two ways that we have to like go and roll out reputation.
So yun guys, tapos na tayo sa mga unang part about reputation and pupunta na tayo sa mga Q&As about reputation. So punta na tayo ulit.
Shouldn't overall rep level be taken into account? I'm overall level 95 and I have a 7% tax because I've never done quest. So no, this is actually a big meta change to reputation, right? Like we actually want to incentivize non-optimal play or things that are not as easy to bot in reputation, and just overall level is actually kind of easy to bot, right? So with reputation, we need to start to pull in other things that are not as easy to fake, basically, to give you more trust inside of the game. So that is a reason to start to go to events and do quests and do other things like that, right?
So yun nga guys, yung sagot nila Luke dito, kung makaka-apekto daw ba yung overall level mo sa reputation, which is hindi daw maka-apekto dahil yung mga ganitong pagpataas ng level is more likely madali siyang ibot or dayain. Dahil nga, yun nga, yung mga, unlike sa mga limited time events or yung mga events ni Pixels na minsan lang dumadaan, yung mga real players talaga yung nagpa-participate doon and hindi mo masasabing bot talaga yon. So yung mga, yun nga, yung mga, madalas kasi yung mga matataas yung level, more likely na bot yan or karamihan dyan talaga produkto ng auto-clicker or bot, so which is hindi talaga siya pwedeng maging basis ng reputation. Medyo nakakalungkot yun kasi syempre nakaka-discourage din magpa-level kapag ganyan, pero ayun nga, meron namang reason si Luke about doon. Pero nga sana mas matutukan nila yung totoong mga bots kasi nga kawawa naman yung mga totoong players na nagpapa-level lang talaga ng masipag. Okay, so yun, tuloy natin.
Especially the limited time events are really, really good ones for us to get out reputation for, or because we've sunset some of the old quests, right? And we've done like a good amount of like.
So yun nga guys, so advice lang ni Luke na talaga mag-participate na lang din sa mga limited time quest or events. And ayun nga, lalo kapag nagkaroon na ng mga bagong reputation quest, so mag-participate and gawin yung mga yon. Okay, so next question.
I hope rep for unlimited trading can still be changed. 3K rep to have unlimited trading is just way too much. And please don't listen to industries and NFT lands as what was said earlier. So what we want to achieve with reputation again is like if you have unlimited trading now and you're a good player inside of Pixels, like there were a few people on that reputation rollout, you were missing some of the reputation that you were supposed to have. Like you were supposed to be getting some reputation from previous quests that you did. We also like just had a bug where like, you know, almost 1,000 reputation points and some people were missing too. They weren't able to do unlimited trading and they were before. The goal is we want almost every player who was able to do unlimited trading before to still be able to do that. But there will be a certain subset of users who haven't done some of the stuff that will not have it now. And those are more of the suspicious accounts, if I'm being completely honest anyways. Again, this is not supposed to be targeted at like the real and loyal players. This is more supposed to be targeted towards players who have been spinning up a lot of multi-accounts and maybe they haven't.
So yun nga guys, nilalabanan lang naman nila Luke dito yung mga multi-accounts na nagkakaroon ng maraming players or maraming accounts and tinatransfer yung mga resources gamit nga itong only trading sa isang account para nga mas mag-progress yung isang account. So yun lang naman nilalabanan nila dito. So malamang sa malamang siguro may magbabago pa dyan sa reputation and siguro magtiwala na lang din tayo na talagang ang nilalabanan nila dito is yung bot and hindi yung mga real players. Okay, so next question.
Rep for Barney's Bazaar will go live with the reputation update. Appreciate the patience there.
So yun guys, sa mga nagtatanong about sa Barney's Bazaar na reputation, yung mga bumili ng contract, ayun nga, magkakaroon pa rin tayo ng reputation doon and abangan lang natin. So, konting pasensya lang daw sabi ni Luke. So, magkakaroon din tayo.
And will you keep your reputation from chapter 1 and chapter 2, or will something be taken away from us? So most people, like 90% of people at least, should have their reputation increased. There might be a few edge cases where some reputation decreases, but again, if you have a good reputation right now, like most people saw theirs bump significantly, some people saw it go down. If you saw it go down, there was probably a pretty good chance that that was the bug that we're talking about, where a lot of people actually were supposed to have significantly more reputation than we showed them in that update yesterday. So
Ayun nga guys, kung meron kang may nangyaring pagbabago or bumaba yung reputation mo from chapter 1 or chapter 2 to chapter 2.5, so malamang sa malamang bug yun, and siguro abangan na lang natin i-fix yun ni Pixels and i-update nila yan sa mga susunod siguro mga updates.
I wouldn't worry too much. Give additional rep on the max specs because we deserve it. We spent pixels on that. It's not a bad idea, to be honest. That, I will say, that is the kind of action.
Pretty cheap, though.
Yeah, that is the kind of action that like we probably should be giving reputation for. I'm not going to commit to it on an AMA without thinking about it, but like that is the general stuff that we probably want to be giving reputation for as well. So I will.
So yun guys, agree naman dito sa sinabi ni CrossX. So sana nga mabigyan tayo ng reputation sa mga bumili or nagpa-upgrade ng max specs, kasi nga gumastos tayo doon, hindi lang ng coins, pati ng pixel token. So ayun nga, sana mabigyan tayo, and mukhang positive naman yung mga naging response ni Luke and Heidi dito, and abangan na lang siguro natin sa mga susunod na update if magkakaroon talaga tayo ng reputation.
We'll take that to the team. That is probably a good one to do.
Getting UGC approved, which I like the idea, but I just know UGC is going to be spammed if we do that. So we'll think about it.
So ayun nga guys, nagtanong nga daw kasi dito si Ernito if tataas daw ba yung reputation mo if meron ka mga approved UGC. So sigurado hindi naman siguro nila pagbibigyan yan, kasi nga sinabi nga ni Heidi na talagang dadami yung paggawa ng UGC and i-spam nila yan dahil nga meron ng benefit to, which is tataas nga yung reputation mo. Unless na lang siguro if magagawa nila ng paraan para i-limit yung pagpapa-approve ng UGC, or talaga mas pahirapan yung mga players magpa-approve ng UGC. Pero sa ngayon parang negative ata yung naging response ni Heidi dito, so medyo wag muna tayo umasa na magkakaroon tayo ng additional reputation pag meron tayong UGCs approved. Okay, so yun lang naman guys for this video. Sana na-update kayo and sana may natutunan kayo for this video. At kung nagustuhan yung video na to, make sure to like, follow, and subscribe sa ating Facebook and YouTube channel for more Pixels content and other Web3 gaming contents. Okay, so thank you sa panonood guys, and see you on my next video. Bye-bye!